Hello everyone, I'm Aysha and welcome back to my reviews. Ever since I was young, I've always heard about Palestine. Whether it was from the news or from people around me, I knew there was conflict. I knew people were suffering. But if I'm being honest, I never truly understood the history behind it or what life meant for people who lived through it. And that's exactly why I decided to read this book, Mornings in Jenin by Susan Abulhawa. Mornings in Jenin is a historical fiction novel that follows 4 generations of the Abulhawa family. It was originally written in English and was translated to over 30 languages, which shows how widely spread the story is around the world. The story begins in Palestine around 1940s, and it shows major historical events like the 1948 war, 1967 war, the First Intifada, and the early 2000s. It also shows how the conflict has affected the Palestinians not only in Jenin or Jerusalem but also in Lebanon. At the center of the story is Amal Abulhawa, who was born in Jenin refugee camp, which was a place that was once her family's own land. Her father, Susan Abulhawa, had a really hard time when his young son Ismail Abulhawa was taken away by an Israeli soldier, and his eldest son, Yusuf, faces the same struggle when he was imprisoned by the occupation. These are just one of the many painful experiences that shaped the Abulhawa family throughout the novel. I also really enjoy Susan's writing style. It combines third-person storytelling with first-person narration, especially through Amal's perspective, and I think it is beautifully done because it gives us a broader view of what's happening in the family. Even though the book covers many decades and generations, I never felt bored. In fact, there were moments where I had to put the book down just to process what I had just read. And honestly, this book made me cry because it deals with loss, displacement, war, and trauma. So it is definitely not an easy read. But at the same time, I think that is what makes the book so memorable. I would especially recommend Mornings in Jenin to those people who know very little about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but wants to understand about the human experiences behind it. This is a fiction work, it's not a history textbook, but it encouraged me to learn more about the conflict that is still going on till today. Because of its heavy themes, I would recommend this for mature readers about 18 and above. Altogether, Mornings in Jenin is one of the most emotional and memorable books I've ever read. It is so beautifully written, it is heartbreaking, and it's a story that will stay with me for a very long time. So I'm giving this book a 5 out of 5. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next review, and I hope the people of Palestine and their stories will never be forgotten.